Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have an exciting video today because I'm going to be trying KKW Beauty for the first time. First and foremost, thank you so much to my coworker and friend Rabia. She's the owner of these products. They're not mine. I didn't order them. She ordered them for her kid, and she's a makeup artist like me, and she offered, like, I didn't even ask. She's so nice. If I wanted to make a video with them, so I have here the KKW and Mario eyeshadow palette, and I have the KKW Beauty powder contour and highlight kit in the color medium. So thank you so much, Rabia. You are an angel. Thank you for giving me something to make a video with. I cannot wait to try these eyeshadows, see what look I can come up with. With that said, guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here before you leave. My name is Patty. I would love it if you would stay and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below if there's any questions you have or any future videos you want to see. That always helps me out, seeing what you guys are interested in. And let's not make this intro any longer. Let's just go ahead and start with this video. Alright guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I did like open the palettes yesterday at work when she brought them for me to just like see inside, but she was so nice that she hasn't even swatched them herself. You know, I am a nice person too. I consider myself a nice person, and I would definitely lend anyone any of my products, but if it's something that I just bought and it's new, I think I would definitely swatch it before lending it to somebody else, because that's just who I am as a person. But Rabia, you're amazing. I'm sure you've seen 1,000 videos reviewing this palette. It's nothing new. It's like a matte unicorn, and it has the KKW and Mario letters in a more like luminous finish, we can call it. And then the same thing with the palette. Very, very simple. And then once you open it, these are the products that you get inside. Ooh, seeing this is making me excited to film this video. These are very, very pretty. I looked at it for like a second yesterday. I really didn't have time to process it. I cannot wait to swatch it. My first impressions yesterday is that I expected a little bit, I'm not saying, let's see, how do I say this? The packaging looks cheap. Not saying it is, but comparing it with something more common like the Anastasia glow kits, like the finish of this, even though it's a very similar component to this, it feels a little bit like more durable. The outside of this feels more like the old Morphe packaging, right? I just personally expected a little bit more, and I don't really have a problem with that. As long as the product inside is good, then obviously I'm going to love it, because that's what we buy makeup for, you know, for what's inside, not really for the outside. It's nice that it has a mirror. I do appreciate that, because if you ever take your palette anywhere, you need a mirror for that. Let's go ahead and also open the powder contour and highlight kit. This one is even more basic because this doesn't even have shiny letters. I just wanted to point that out. Like, and maybe it was like me being misled, like I just expected a little bit more. It's a little bit of a different size than the Anastasia component. I was just kind of comparing it. So the Anastasia one is more so, let's see. See, the Anastasia is a little bit taller here, but the KKW one is a little bit wider. Just to give you guys an idea of the size of this palette. And then once you open it, it also has a beautiful, huge mirror. That is really nice. That mirror is like, I could see like my whole face in it, not just like a particular part, which is nice too, because this is a palette for the whole face, not like an eyeshadow palette. The color that Rabia got was the medium color. She got it for her kid, and I think she is a little bit darker than me, and her clients tend to be a little bit darker than me too. I'm going to try to make this work anyways. I would obviously be the light one, but I don't feel like these colors are like super dark that I couldn't use them. I think I'm going to start with the eyeshadows, because I can't wait. Let's go ahead and do swatches first. So, alright, so this is the top row swatch right here. I'm gonna say the color that felt the creamiest swatching was this one here. And on this one here, I had to go a few times, and it still looks a little bit patchy, but that's okay. I don't think that it's going to be patchy going on. I just think that because it's a matte like transition shade, it's probably like very buildable. Like I built it to look like that, but you can also have it to be very like diffused and just like a transition color. So I think I'll like that shade. And then the silver one here is a little bit more like powdery, but I didn't really give me like a ton of fallout. It's just a little bit more like gritty. So we have 2008 is this silver one here. The next one is Glam. The next one is Miami. The next one is Armenian, which is this beautiful gold here. And the last one here is Loyalty. All right, so first impressions on this row is it's swatched more beautiful than the first one, but it might have something to do with the fact that my hand had just had some makeup remover, so it was maybe a little bit more like wet than the first time. The first color we have here is Decade. This is a beautiful like bone color for like all over the eye. Next we have Albanian. Then we have Vegas, which is this beautiful like purpley shade right here. Then we have Libra, and then Bronzy, which is bronzy. Beautiful shade too though. When this palette first came out, most people did blue looks with it, so I'm going to try to do something a little bit different, because I'm sure you saw more blue looks that you ever expected to see once this palette came out. So I'm going to try to stay away from the color Libra, which is that beautiful blue. I think though I'm going to use this one right here. This one's beautiful. This one is called Vegas, and it's like a beautiful like rich purpley color. So let's go ahead and get started. I think, let's see, I'm going to grab my number M504 Morphe brush, and I'm going to grab this color right here called Decade, and I'm going to go ahead and put it all over my eye as a base color all the way to my brow. And I'm just going to swipe it all over the eye. Look at the difference already, like it looks a lot whiter than the other one. So then I'm going to grab my Sephora Collection number 19 brush, and I'm going to go into this color right here. This one is called Miami, and that's that color that I said would be kind of like a transition shade and was probably buildable. And as you can see already, it is, because look at the nice light wash of color this one's giving me, which is exactly what I needed. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it all over the crease of my eye. I'm doing windshield wiper motions, and I'm just leaving a space below my brow bone. Obviously, we're going to do the same thing on this side. So little circles and windshield wiper motions to get that color to blend out and diffuse. Okay, so now I'm going to switch my brush, and I'm going to grab the number 27 brush by Sephora Collection. This is also a blending brush, but it's more pinched, so I can be more precise with it. And the color we are going to be going for is this one right here called Albanian, which is a beautiful like brick red color. And I'm going to get it on like one side of the brush, put that side down on the outer corner of my eye. Check out that beautiful pigmentation right there. And then we're going to, from there, build it and put it up onto the crease. And I'm taking it all the way to the front here, and I'm just doing little back and forth motions to blend that out. No complaints about how these are blending and how evenly they're going on. Obviously, Mario is an amazing artist. He would not put a color that doesn't blend on the market, and these are a dream. And this one, I'm going into the color with this brush, and it's not giving any kick up, which is really nice for how good and seamlessly is blending. So then I'm going to grab a smaller blending brush. I'm going to use the Morphe M506. This here is my favorite like teeny tiny blending brush, and I'm going to actually use this dark brown right here. That one is called Loyalty, and I'm going to put it on the outer corner of my eye and slightly into the crease. And I'm trying to be very careful not to like go crazy with it. We're just concentrating it on the outer corner right there. And I'm going back a couple times and just intensifying just the outer corner. So I blended that color out first, and then I'm going back and intensifying just the outer corner. If you see any patchiness, go back with the previous brush and blend it. So then I'm going to grab my Sephora Collection number 15 brush, and I'm finally going to go into this color right here called Vegas, and that's going to be on my eyelid. It's going on wonderfully with just the brush. And I'm going to put it in the center of the eyelid, so obviously I'm not going to overlap the dark brown that we put there. And I'm also not going to take it all the way in because I have plans for that area. And then I'm switching to my number 15 brush, which is just a tinier version of the number 15. And I'm going to go into the first color right here, 2008. And we're going to put it in the inner corner of our pigment of our eye. And then a little bit over that purple. So just like on 1/3 of the eyelid. That looks super, super pretty. What we're going to do is we're going to intensify it a bit, because like, yeah, you can see the colors, but it could be better. Especially that silver, it could be so much better. I feel like it has a lot of potential. So I'm going to use my Mist and Fix, which, by the way, when I bought this, I didn't buy it for a setting or primer spray. I literally bought it to wet my brushes with. And with my number 15 brush, I'm going to go back to the purpley color here. And I'm going to go ahead and one more time put it in the center of my eyelid just to intensify it there. And with this one particular color, it didn't make that big of a difference, but I wanted to intensify it anyways, and I feel like it'll make a difference with the silver. And then we're going to wet the number 18 brush, the small little one, and we're going into the silver. I think I can already tell it's gonna be so much better. Yes, thank you. So I'm just dabbing it in that inner corner, and then I'm going to get my pinky and go in to the silver and pat it. And look at the difference that made. Like, you can barely see the silver here, but here it looks amazing. What I'm doing now is with my little pinky, I'm just smoothing it over so that, you know, the purple still shows, but so that there is no like harsh lines between the silver and the purple. So same thing on the other eye, Avi. Alright, and so this is what it's going to be looking like at the top. So for the bottom, I want to use colors that I haven't used yet so that we can try more colors. And so basically we haven't used the blue, and we haven't used any of these like gold bronzy shades that are metallic, so I'm thinking I'll put one of those at the bottom. I think I'm going to do these 3 colors at the bottom here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little small blending brush from Morphe, and I'm going to get this here and create a transition color underneath my eye. So now that we did that, cleaned my number 18 brush, and I'm going to use it to apply this color right here, which is called Armenian, to underneath my eyes. And I'm going to take it like halfway through my eye underneath, very, very close to my lower lashes. And then with the same brush, I'm going back to my dark brown here, and I'm putting it underneath my lower lashes. So I'm swiping back and forth all the way to the outer corner and connecting it to the top. And for the inner corner, I'm going to use the silver. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my Morphe E47 brush and translucent powder, and I'm going to dab that right underneath my eye here. So while I leave that there, I'm going to go ahead and put mascara and maybe a pair of falsies on, and I'll be right back. I am back, and I have lashes on. I did, let's see, I did some other things. So obviously I applied mascara. I did my Bad Gal Bang mascara. I like this mascara for when I'm in a hurry and I just want to do something simple. Like, you know, I didn't have to put a lot on because I was going to wear false lashes anyways. The false lashes that I put on were these here from Kiss. They're called the blowout lashes, and the style of this one is Beehive. They're really, really pretty. I don't know what the price of these are, but I'm sure they're really inexpensive because they're Kiss lashes. And for them to be Kiss lashes, they look good. They're very, very long and full, which I dig. And then I did two more things. I applied two different liners, one to my lower line. This is actually a lip liner from Kat Von D in the color Swanley. It's supposed to be like a corrector for like if you mess up, but let's face it, that's not the color of my skin. I think it's lighter. So I never used it, and I had it on my drawer for a very long time, and so I found it the other day and I tried to put it in my waterline, and it's very pigment, so it went in there like a dream. So that's what I did today. And then I tight lined the top of my waterline with the Marc Jacobs pencil eyeliner in Blacker. So that is all I've done, and now let's move on to playing with the palettes, the contour palettes. We're going to start with the contouring part. So I'm going to grab this brush here. This is the Morphe M437, and obviously we're going to get, oops, this color right here. Do these have names? It just says contour 2. So we are going to contour to our cheekbones. So far, first impressions, it's buildable, which I personally like, because I don't like going onto my cheeks with something that is extremely pigmented and then to spend the rest of the makeup process trying to blend that out. And it is a really nice cool tone brown color, so it does create a really nice shadow. Oh, I didn't even swatch them for you guys. Hold on, I'm a fail. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so these are the swatches for these. News, I did not know that the first color right here was actually a highlighter. I thought it was kind of a banana-y, like powder for underneath your eyes. So it's a highlighter because it's hella shiny. And so it's the second color, also very shiny. Those are called Highlight 1 and Highlight 2. And then the third one is Contour 1 and the fourth one is Contour 2. I'm going to go ahead and continue what I was doing. So I'm still using Contour 2. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my beauty blender and my translucent powder, and I'm actually going to carve out my cheekbone just to make sure that I didn't put the contour color underneath where it should be. And then I'm going to grab a small brush. This is my Sigma E25 and Contour 2 again. And we're going to contour the sides of my nose. And again with the beauty blender, I'm just carving that out. I'm actually going to take my finger and do the highlight color right in the center here. And I use the Highlight 1, which is the golden one. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a bigger, fluffier brush like this one here. I'm scared. Okay, never mind. This one here. This is like a bronzer brush by Bare Minerals, and I'm also actually going to try to bronze up my face with Contour 1. By the way, Contour 1, it's hella powdery. Look at this. Hella powdery, and like I feel like when I do that it barely stays. So do you guys see a difference? I'm doing it on this side only. Okay, now I see it's getting, oh yeah. I feel like in the camera it doesn't look orange, but in real life it looks hella orange. So I'm just gonna make myself even and not mess with that one too much longer. Anybody else getting Oompa Loompa vibes from that color? I feel like I could use that as a blush. That's how peachy it is. So I'll do that. It literally could be a blush on me. Whoa! I look orange. I'm going to go ahead and soften the whole thing with my beauty blender. At first I couldn't see it, and then now I don't know how to like make it go away. Alright, so my camera overheated, but I'm back. I think I fixed it. Yes, this looks a lot better in real life and on camera. So here's what I had to do, because you guys saw me, I looked like an Oompa Loompa. So what I did was I took my damp beauty blender and I actually went in with a MAC Pro powder, these baked ones, and I went over the whole thing with it. I did a little bit more blending. I blended and powdered, and then I had to like do setting spray because I looked really dry, but it's finally at a place where I'm like okay looking at it, because I thought for a second that I was going to wipe my whole face off and redo it and not use the orangey bronzer right here because I looked like a freaking Oompa Loompa. Maybe for people who have a golden complexion, this would be a really good bronzer, but not for me. With that said, I just still have it as blush, so I did leave it there, but definitely not a bronzer for me. So I think the only thing left to do is use these two right here. So I'm going to grab my Sephora number 98 brush, and I'm going to, I think, just kind of mix the two of them and kind of create a hopefully champagne-y type color. And I'm going to put it on the highest points of my cheekbones. That's really pretty. Excuse my texture, that even though this camera puts a little filter over me, which I don't like, by the way, but I can't take it off. Anyways, even though it does that, I feel like you can still see my texture that I have going on right now. I literally don't know what's wrong with my skin, but it's been acting crazy. I'm super dry, can't help it. That shows up a lot more than I thought it would. Because I feel like here, even that yellow, I thought I looked matte when I saw it. That's crazy. Just like that. Look at that glow. Whoa. Alright guys, so this is a final look. I look really made up. I am unexpectedly glowy. I like the lashes. I like the eyes. It's very different for me because I never do any silver. In fact, I don't think I own silver eyeshadow, but maybe I do. So this is really nice for a change. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it all. I don't have any complaints about the blendability of the product, the pigmentation of the product. It's pigmented, it blends, it's nice. I honestly have no complaints at all. Let me see the prices of this to see if I have something to complain about. So the KKW and Mario 10 pan eyeshadow palette is $45. That is very reasonable. That's kind of the same price as a Anastasia palette. Mind you, the Anastasia palette has more colors but in smaller pans, and the packaging on that one is a little bit nicer than this one. This one, like I said at the beginning, is very simple, but you're also paying for Kim Kardashian West products, so obviously you're paying a little bit for the name. So it's still very reasonable. It's a very, very nice quality eyeshadow palette. The powder contour and highlight palette is $44, which isn't bad. These are like prestige cosmetics, so you're going to pay around that price for anything like that. And with that said, even though I feel like I complained a lot throughout the video, I really don't have any complaints about this. Obviously, this particular color does not work for me, but this is also not my skin tone. This is medium, for medium skin tone, and I feel like I'm more light. So obviously maybe for someone who has very yellow undertones and a medium skin tone, that color would be a bronzer for me. A blush at its best. However, the contour color did work. You guys saw it when I was first applying it, the contour 2 color. That one was perfect to contour my face, and I did get and I was pleasantly surprised with those highlighters because they're very, very shiny. They're very, very luminous, which I was not expecting. I was honestly expecting more of like a very subtle glow, but no, they are shiny. Overall, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, I think if you guys are interested in buying KKW Beauty, I think you're not going to be disappointed. I don't think I have anything else to say besides thank you so much, Rabia, again for lending me your products. You're the best. If you guys haven't liked this video yet, go ahead and give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me when you guys subscribe. And I'm going to take some pictures now to post on my Instagram. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, it's Patty C. Alonso. I'm going to put it right here, but all the links are also on the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!